growers that we all have, that's 90% seed, 90% crop protection. So we set up two scenarios that, hey, let's go out and get 100% of the business. Then we changed it up, let's go after 100% of the chem, maybe like the neighbor owns a little bit of seed. Third scenario is get 100% of the seed, leave chem at last year's levels. Again, we're collecting a little sales history programs, have our buffet list, and bring a little bit with us. Agenda-wise, I'm gonna jump in here and make a comment before I go through this, that I've been working on deciding what I'm gonna do for agendas, because it takes time to write them up. So I asked David a little while ago, on a month to 2 month basis where we got grid sampling, we got every Tom, Dick, and Harry thing coming at us, I'm tempted to make a longer agenda with bullet points on it, and then when I get to that grower, write his name on it and circle what my agenda is for him that day, even though he'll get to see what my agenda is maybe with other customers. So moving on to where we're at here. Review 2019 product performance, discuss 2020 grower changes and goals, maybe include what CBAs are, share custom options, learn if there are marketing and financing needs, provide first-hand observations from your fields and other growers. Open up with, I've been talking to a lot of growers like you, and lately there seem to be a lot of concerns over programs for next year. Can I ask you a question? Lately, the two biggest questions guys have been asking are, what customized options are available to minimize costs of production? How can seed or chem tie-in programs increase my ROI? And which of these two would you be most interested in? We're gonna jump up here to math before we get to the questions. I think I'm doing this right.
Yeah.
So we went with last year, which should be 0, but we're showing, or Roundup rewards, but we're showing them what their last year numbers are. Then we bumped to the 100-100 program, and this is on 2,000 acres, all corn. We wanted to keep it simple, so sizable increase. Scenario 2, leave seed the same, but jump to chem, 33,000.
So about a 10,000 increase.
Yeah,
Yep.
we got it labeled down.
Yep.
One's worth 10,500, two 9,500. Pretty interesting to see that the just jumping the seed was only 600. So the chem did play a big role on it. We didn't want to lose this, so we simplified it. Scenario 1, 10,500 divided by 2,000 acres. That's 5 1/4. Maybe to increase it that 200 acres of additional business. That's really a $52.50 an acre credit on those acres coming out of this 10,500. As a group in here, I think we could all come up with all kinds of scenarios of how we wanted to place it with different growers. Another option we chose was 26 cents per bushel additional just on them 200 acres. Give us them 200 acres and tell you what, we'll give you over 1/4 of a bushel advantage on them 200 acres. Let's just say, hey, let's give us them 200 acres of chemical. It's gonna show an increase of 9,500. We feel you're gonna get cleaner fields and yield boost, because what we did was, we done that on all 2,000 acres. The guy wasn't posting all acres, so we were only doing like 800 acres of post. And we were only doing 800 acres of fungicide. So when we jumped chem up to 100%, we were jumping up more post and more fungicide, so we got cleaner fields, more yield boost. That 9,500 on all acres was still worth $475 an acre. The Delaro, if we put it all there, that's 9,500 acres divided by 25 bucks, or basically of that additional 1,200 acres of fungicide we encourage them to use 380 acres of it's free. Value of that 380 acres, which we could have made that 1,200. Conservative at 10 bushel, $4, anybody can do that, but that's $15,200. Potential yield advantage, that's another 3.8 cents bushel increase or reduction in cost of production. The 100% seed, 90% chem, result in a $600 additional revenue, 30 cents an acre. Probably best to move that over to at least getting it up to $3 an acre, or $7.50 credit per bag, instead of free bags or whatever. Kind of look at this program as, hey, you can have this check deposited and be a credit to your bag. So situationally, how are you planning on lowering your cost of production or increasing your yields in 2020? What do you expect from me in terms of product recommendations? Problem? What is the downside of using products from others who do not know your operation as well? What frustrations do you have managing products from multiple suppliers? Implication? What would it mean to you if you could spend less time analyzing and more time with your family? I like to talk about keep life simple so it fits in. What would be the impact of having a 3.8 cent per bushel increase on all your bushels? And the need payoff, what would be the benefit of having just one person to call for all your input needs? What would be the advantage of having your fungicides paid for on 380 acres? And we'd like to achieve this in one call. Oh, learn, sorry about that. Objection, I really need to do business with my neighbor. We've all heard it. I respect that you want to be loyal to your neighbors. Can I ask you a question? I'm just curious, does your neighbor know your operation as well as we do? Another objection, how do I know if I am getting the best deal if I'm only deal with one supplier? I understand your concern. Can I ask you a question? I'm just curious, has other suppliers gone over the programs with you and how it can benefit your operation ROI wise? And in closing, do you believe, Mr. Farmer, that I understand your farm's problems and goals for the upcoming year? Do you believe that I have the knowledge and service abilities to meet your farm's needs and goals? Do you want my help? Tomorrow sale, next time remind me to share how you can gain 25 cents a bushel on your corn by contracting with CBA.
Very nice.
Good work.
Very good work.
Rob, you said that was, you'd use that on 4th down. What do you think on this one?
No third and goal. So if we don't get it, then we'll go down.
No, very, very good work. Very good work. This was team number one. So, any suggestions for team number one? What'd you like about what they did?